Hello, very good morning, everyone. Vasu this side, and it's time for News Nexus. Hope you all are doing well and working hard for your future. So, without any delay, let's start our session. Most of our participants are not present. Let me call out them. Okay, so because Siddhi and Paribi are not here, I would like to call out Siksha. Sika, are you the same? Hello. Okay, she's not hearing. Okay, up to then, Sandy or Nilwani, would you like to take part? Okay. I think I have to wait for some more minutes. Sika not responding. Are you sleeping, girl?
Hello, Vasu ma'am. Actually, my
Hi.
network is working. Article is not visible on the screen. Please give me some time.
Okay. Stranger, anonymous, would you like to take part?
Hello, good morning. It's going newspaper reading right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Wanna read any article?
Basically, I have to go office after 30 minutes, so it will not possible in morning.
Okay, that's fine.
Hello, Anime ma'am. I would like to take part.
Oh, okay. It's beautiful. After a long time, I
Yes.
got one participant. Very happy. Okay, so which article you wanna choose, dear?
My article number is 16. Just a minute. I'm just add my name. Okay.
Article number 16.
Yes. So my article number is 16. So good morning, everyone. I'm Chitra. Today I'm reading article number 16. Medical AI should be as much about equity as algorithms. Just a minute. New medical technologies are often described in terms of innovation, faster diagnosis, smarter prediction, streamlined workflow, but history tells us the technology does not IPSO fact transform health system that requires governance, design and intent. India's recently released national strategy for the use of advanced computer national system in healthcare invites a deeper conversation. Rather than presenting this system as a tool to be added on to clinical practice, the strategy treats them as part of the architecture of the health system. In most countries, regulation has followed innovation, not guided it. The result has been uneven standard and unclear accountabilities. Accountability. India's approach signal a different philosophy. It begins with interoperable health record, concept based data exchange and nationally aligned norms. It acknowledges that the computational system reflect the data and institutions that sustain them. If such foundations are fragmented or unequal, technology and produce the weaknesses at scale. Equally significant is the insistence that the oversight cannot be a one-time approval. Performance can shift as context change. A model that works in a territory urban hospital may falter in a rural clinic. A prediction that appears accurate as launch may degrade over time. Governance must therefore be about the monitoring, resentment, and when necessary, withdrawal. The strategy most compelling feature is its treatment of fairness in diverse societies. Data rarely represent all communities equally. Without safeguard system trained on such as data risk reinforcing inequities. By emphasizing representativeness and equity impact assessment, the strategy comfort this risk. It also recognizes that safeguards depend on human capacity. It calls for structures training, institutional units dedicated to oversight and integration of digital literacy into professional education. There is also a political economy argument, public procurement, interoperability and requirements, and clear pathways from pilot to scale the treated as the instrument of stewardship. By positioning the state as the active shaper of standard and incentives, the strategy suggests that uh, public value must guide adoption. Whether this vision succeeds will depend on implementation, transparent classification of risk, meaningful audit mechanisms, sustain investment in data equality, and coordination across federal bodies. Yet the conceptual shift is notable. Medicine has along the regulated drugs and devices. It now faces the task of governing architecture that influences diagnosis, treatment, pathway, resource allocation, and public health response. We can treat intelligent technologies as products or infrastructure to be stewarded. The latter demand humanity, foresight, and institutional commitment. The true measure of progress will not be technological sophistication alone, but whether these systems strengthen trust, widen access, and protect the most vulnerable. In that sense, the debate is not about technology, it is about the kind of health system we choose to build. Now I complete my reading part. Yes, so this article is presented by Shashank Joshi and Shambhu Samrat Samajdar. So this article is completely based on medical AI and how to use this AI with various types of disease, and how to cover different types of diseases, and it is also helpful to use in surgery and other things. But in between, no doubt, this technology really helpful for practicing and achieve new things for learning in medical area. But sometimes we have need to maintain our empathy with patients, because randomly we use these things. So it is really we can manage all this error while maintaining the treatment and other thing. And every medical departments and people, they know about it very well. It is the greatest algorithm we can manage through every types of patient in medical field. And it shows the equality uh, between the patient. And after that, if it is there are no any foundation to learn and adopt all these things, because this is the AI, medical AI. And it is so developed than human skill also. And if you use in our surgery and other advanced treatment, so we can find different types of diseases and any symptoms. So overall, this article is completely AI based. And what is the uses of in medical field, and how to utilize and how to benefit in this field. But with you, if you use sympathy and monitoring while treatment, so it is really grateful for this field as well, for the patient. Yeah.
Very beautiful, Chitra. Everything was very fine. Too beautifully you had read the article as well as you had mentioned the name. That was very amazing. And I would like to know the secret of it. Like, how could you do that? That everything was very fine. After reading, like, some of the time, I won't be able to explain everything from the paper. Just read, and then after some of the 1-2 line I used to remember, and then everything I forget. But you explained it very nicely. How is it? Okay, that was very amazing, and thanks to you,
Thank you so
Chitra,
much, ma'am.
for taking part. In between, you were fumbling a little bit, but that's totally fine.
Yes,
It will be
yes.
cured. Thank you very much, Chitra, for taking part.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. So, Sikha, are you there? You took lots of time. Are you sleeping on the BC? Hello,
Yeah.
wake up. Okay,
So
she is
Priyanshu
not.
sir
Let's
also
move
here.
forward. Here?
Priyanshu sir, would you like to take part? Priyanshu Patil.
Yeah, he.
Get my name in the queue. Is the site is working?
Okay,
Yes,
others who
yes.
wants to read article, you can register your name first.
Already registered. That's why I'm asking that
Yeah,
if my name is visible.
you are there, but I'm saying to others. Okay, our next participant is Priyanshu. Hi,
Good morning.
very good morning. How are you?
Good. What about you?
Me too.
Actually, I'm but just the good, bare minimum. I have a sore throat. Sorry if I
Okay,
have some bad voice.
bad voice now. It's like too much pleasant. Go on.
Okay, thank you. It's so great that we have such a grateful host. Okay. A very good morning to all of you. So my article number is 14. Title: High Court verdict in rape case turns the clock back. The acquittal by the Chhattisgarh High Court of the accused in 2004 rape case in Dhamtari district on the ground that penetration is integral to the act comes as a jarring setback sorry, to what has been decades of slow, hard-won progress in India's rape jurisprudence. The High Court has applied the law as it stood before the amendment in 2013, when Section 374(5) of the Indian Penal Code interpreted the rape narrowly. In the aftermath of the horrific December 2012 Delhi gang rape and the nationwide protest it ignited, the recommendation of Justice G.S. Verma Committee had helped to reshape the public and legal understanding by foregrounding the concern and acknowledging the layered realities of sexual violence. The Criminal Law Amendment Act 2013 formalized it into a more expensive, dignity-centric approach and in its retreat into a narrow formalism that privileges outdated distinction over the lived harm. The Chhattisgarh High Court ruling risks reviving the hyper-technical scrutiny the reforms were meant to dismantle. The arc of gender justice in the country has not always been even, but it has been sorry. The arc of gender justice in the country has not always been even, but it has increasingly sought to move away from the hair-splitting technicalities that make the survivor vulnerable to narrow-minded scrutiny and moral judgment, especially in institutional setup whose framework remains stubbornly patriarchal, from the repeated judicial censor of the invasive medical practices, the per vaginum examination, or the two-finger test, for instance, as to the 2013 reform, insistence that victim character or a sexual experience is irrelevant to the prosecution of criminal sexual offenses. There has been a discernible and encouraging shift in tone and recognition that sexual violence wear many faces. If there's a takeaway from this movement, it is that the gender justice cannot afford the complacency, that legal reform must remain responsive to the contemporary realities, be it the need, the gender neutral sexual violence law that acknowledge the harm beyond the binary framework for engaging with contentious question of the marital rape. The commitment to justice ultimately rests not on technical fidelity alone, but on the willingness to confront harm in all its complexity. Yeah, so I'm done with the article. So basically, the whole article revolving around an acquittal by the Honorable Chhattis High Court on in the said rape case of the 2004 in Dhamtari district on the ground that the penetration is an integral to the part of the act. So basically, as per section 375 of the Indian Penal Code, or now onwards that section number 63 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, for considering a rape, there has to be a penetration. But earlier in section number 375, the prerequisite condition is the penetration. But after coming into reforms of the Justice J.S. Verma Committee and the 2013 Amendments Act, the said act is being broadly they have just broadened the definition of the rape. Now, any kind of penetration, any other kind of manipulation, insertion, or even by the application of mouth is considered as a constituting the offense of rape. That's why the author are raising the issue that India has stood and has a more history with respect to the rape jurisprudence, starting from the 1975 till the time we have in 2025. From the narrow interpretation, now we have the broad interpretation of, or we can say the inclusive definition. Still, the Chhattisgarh High Court is more inclined towards the um, written provision, but somehow I partially agree with the judgment of the Honorable Chhattisgarh High Court because by seeing that there has to be any other kind of thing like either a manipulation or even an application of mouth, but I don't think so by seeing the facts and circumstances that this kind of thing has happened with respect to that particular case. So I know the background of the case and the fact. That's why I'm asking, saying, not asking. So basically, I partially disagree also that they are given only 3 years imprisonment. They can increase their imprisonment in order to create a deterrent or to have the consequential drawback so that they will create a more deterrent in society. Rather than that, I think they only solely rely upon the written provision or the statutory framework. So in that case, the author are raising the concern that plenary or a literal interpretation is not at all good in the cases of the crime which affect the societal consent as a large. That is an offense of rape in that case, which are like shake and have the effect of creating a ripples in society of any like stability and a peace. That's why it's important to take into consideration the societal interest as well, as the crime is not affecting only an individual. It has a wider ramification, or not only from the individualistic lens. So yeah, in this article, they also mention about the Honorable Justice J.S. Verma Committee report, which mention and broaden the definitions of rape and also have included various other provisions with respect to stalking, voyeurism, disrobing, and different kind of provisions, which is in the interest of women itself. And yeah, and they mention about a lot of things in this article. You can check it. That they also mention about the two-finger test, whereas earlier and after I think the intervention of Honorable Supreme Court, they say that it is against the what is it, the bodily autonomy of a woman. So that's why they just disallow the said practice, which has been carried on for a long period of time. So keeping in considering the patriarchal notion of time and the people who are holding the position in the form of judges, lawyer, all the majority of people are the male itself. So thinking from the perspective of the women itself only also, and thinking from the balancing the interest of both the section as an accused as a society, they have to have a balanced judgment, but they are more inclined towards the only the statutory written definition. So that's why the author concerning that we have to make a progress in that rather than on going to the regressive side. So yeah, hope so that in the on before the Honorable Supreme Court, the thing might change. But yeah, till that time, the judgment is still it, as the High Court has granted an acquittal to the said accused. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Ah, finally. Uh, I want to tell something. Like by listening some of the people, I feel like how bad I am in speaking. My goodness. Priyanshu, you had explained that very beautifully, which I love the most. And everything was very beautiful. We made us understand you were talking about one of the major issue, and I was totally focusing on your pronunciation and other vocabs. It was very amazing. Even though some of them I don't know the meaning, but still that was very fine. But mostly I'm feeling jealous. What do I give feedback to these people? That was very beautiful, Priyanshu, hearing you that you have talked and explained us the one of the major issue and why it is happening, how to deal with all what the author is saying and want to represent us. That all were very fine. You had discussed everything in it. It was very fine. No feedback for you. Thank you very much, Priyanshu, for taking part.
Thank you for hosting a session at 7 o'clock. And it's just a normal, like I'm from a law background, that's why I'm able to just explain it. But all the person have a great fluency, so please keep it up.
Yeah, thank you. So, moving forward with our next participant, that is AC. Okay, we don't have AC. Moving forward, San. Do we have San here?
Yeah, yeah, hello.
Okay. Very good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. What about you?
Yeah, I'm doing good too. Thank you. Is it audible, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, the article number is 10, and I will be reading this. It's half of the page. Is it fine?
Yeah, it is. But wait a while. Let me ask Heather if anybody would like to read half of that.
Yeah.
Anybody would like to go with Sandy? Okay, no, you can read half.
Okay,
Go on.
thank you. Uh, uh, okay, good morning, guys. Yeah, let's start. So, Bhasha matters in India's multilingual movement. Oh, just a moment. India stands at an extraordinary crossroads with a linguistic landscape unmatched in scale and richness. According to the 2011 census, India is home to more than 1,300 tongues and 121 constitutionally recognized languages. This diversity is not merely a statistic, it is a national strength central to how children learn, grow, and understand the world. When a language disappears, we lose more than words. We lose, we lost a we lose a way of understanding the world built our generation. Safeguarding language is, therefore, not only a cultural imperative, it is fundamentally a question of holding on to humanity, accumulated knowledge, which in turn makes it an educational issue. This is why mother tongue based multilingual education MTD MLE is critical. Basis for quality education as we mark International Mother Tongue Language Day, February 21, under the theme Youth Voices on Multilingual Education. The message is clear: young people thrive when their languages and therefore their identities are recognized and valued in the classroom. When this happens, schools become spaces where children learn about themselves, others, and the world in all its diversity. UNESCO has long championed multilingual teaching based on language best understood and spoken as a condition for quality education. Each year, UNESCO publishes the State of Education report for India, focusing on a specific theme. This year, which is the 7th edition 2025, Bhasha Matters. Mother tongue and multilingual education brought together global research, new national evidence, and practical lesson to explore the state of mother tongue and multilingual education in India. The report demonstrates the MTD MLE is not only pedagogically sound that, but also transformative. It outlines 10 policy recommendations to guide India towards a more inclusive and equitable education system that treats linguistic diversity as an asset rather than a challenge. It is also highlights what is working from bilingual learning materials and teacher preparation to innovative digital solutions that bring multilingual resources to classroom and communities. A barrier of language globally, over a quarter of a billion learner lack across the education in the language they fully understand. In India, nearly 44% of children enter school speaking a language that is different from the medium of instruction. According to the National Council of Educational Research and Training, NCRT, in 2022, for the children, learning begins with the added burden of decoding an unfamiliar language before grasping academic concept. Weak foundational literacy and numeracy can lead to cumulate learning gaps, reduced confidence, and ultimately a higher risk of dropout. India has taken decisive steps to address this challenge. The National Education Policy NEP 2020, followed by the National Curriculum Framework of 2022 and 2023, places the child, home, or mother tongue at the center of early education. The Bhasha Matters report highlights promising example in Orissa, a language long-standing multilingual education programs spans 21 tribal languages across 17 districts, supporting nearly 90,000 children in Telangana. The use of digital infrastructure for knowledge sharing, Diksha, enables multilingual resources, demonstrate how digital tools can expand across to learning material in local languages. National initiatives such as P- PM Ividya Adivani, developed by a national consortium, Bhashani, Bhash-based and intelligent node for inclusion in India, and A14 Bharat Community Developed Language Technologies show how digital platforms and artificial intelligence can help document endangered languages, create local language content, and support teachers with multi-language resources. Thank you. I just want to explain this much. And basically, in short, I would say this is all about it says that the theme of this, the languages only that we are holding in India. We do have different languages because, and that is the way in different way, because that's how we get connected each other because of the languages. If we do not have languages, then we cannot connect, because if I'm from Chandigarh and some of who are from like other state or countries, so we cannot connect if we do not have languages. Because of languages only we are able to get connect with each other, and that's what, like, we do have multiple languages in India and in the whole country. Thank you.
Okay, that's okay. Let me know. Am I audible properly?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, so I will say that you were very good while reading as well as while explaining. It was nice hearing you. Okay, sorry. It was nice hearing you, and the you were very constant in it. Like you were reading very beautifully, as well as the explanation you were giving to us, that was also relatable and very easy to understand. Thank you very much, Sandy, for taking part. Happy
Yeah,
to see
thank
you
you.
in the next section too.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have Siddhi. Hello, Siddhi. Okay, as she is not replying.
Audible.
Yes, who was that? Okay, that's fine.
I'm audible.
Oh, yes, you are. Would you like to go next? Okay. Are you
Audible.
facing network issue again? You are not audible properly. Siddhi, you are not audible properly. Fix your network. Okay, up to then, we are moving forward. and Ben Tennyson. Can you hear me? The person with the ID Ben Tennyson. Can you hear me? Reply me, otherwise you will be ignored.
Now is fine.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
How are you?
So I will read
Ma'am,
article.
now I audible?
I'm doing
Yes.
good, thanks.
Uh,
And what about?
okay,
Good.
ma'am. Ma'am, can I go?
No, just because you replied late, so after Siddhi you have to go. This is your
Okay, ma'am.
punishment. You have to wait.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So, Siddhi, hello. Hello. No one is replying me today. What happened? Siddhi, fix your network. Session is disturbing.
What?
So I guess you should move on with the next person.
Yeah, we have to. Okay. Uh, Ben Tennyson, if you don't mind, can you register your name on the website?
Ma'am, I don't know how
Now
to
it's
register.
fine.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, I will do. Ben Tennyson, wait a while. Siddhi, yeah? It's by fine now, so please read it in quickly.
Okay. What is the per rupees supply of love? A 2026 IPSOS report placed Indians among the latest satisfied with their love lives alongside the Japanese and South Korea. This aftermath of Valentine's Day offers a chance to revisit how the Indian economic structures and shapes our romantic empowerment. My first thought is to say love is great business for the consumer economic. The industry of apparatuses and appearance, food, fashion, beauty represents a sizable share of the luxury spending the Indian economic thrives on, but the economic story of love extends well beyond um, roses and dinner reservation in bringing love into conversation with the economic. I am interested in how lower markets shape the condition under which relationship from established or prey. An ambitious question threatens to be mocked by those who frame the economic as a stock and strategies is how much love doesn't our GDP growth generated? The per rupee supply of love depends on who you are and how we define love. Economics typically reduce love to transaction, who pairs with whom, how assertive matching shapes inequality, and how cost and class filter matrimony. Rumors is separately crucified by social norms in India. Intercaste and path marriages remain measured. This data maps discrimination, revealing how finding love often feel like betrayals, competition, harassment for those who don't conform to identified standards of bodies, gender roles, incomes, or social status. But this fact alone cannot contract a, a more loving economic. What's missing is a broader conservation of love, not as a market for subspecies, but as an intuition for the world and the communities we build. Romance is hardly restricted to marriage or uh, coupledom. Love exists in friendship, curiosity, mentorship, institution building, dressing senses, or conversation with a strategy and alternative kinship networks. If you treat love as a public good rather than private equation, we can ask a better question. What economic condition enable people to form nurturing relationship? What investment help a society cultivate more loving citizens? I offer three pillars to uh, and ensures love in economic policy. First, romance in our public lives require borderings, our circle of friends. Lovers are ideas. It demands tribute the modern project of strangers intermingling, breaking each other hearts or chancing each other's world lives. Yet in a country where women make up only a third of the police force and a third of the urban paid workforce, where safety in public remains scarce and where love or breakups are often pairs with intimate partner violence. How much freedom do we truly have to chance partners? Idea or enthusiasms with easy. Love requires investment in freedom of momentum, tax incentives for a desire isolation's life and safe a space for all. Second, in a monetized economic, our capacity to love is rooted in wages, working condition and welfare and economic that makes people miserable with job anxiety, unreliable contract, endless hours of work, and as stagnant series ensure all these romantic possibilities except our lives. Worse, it can entrap us into experiencing pure bonds and ensures schemes, sparrings, dysfunctional, co-dependent relationship where love become competition for security or status. Third, a policy-centric study of love is better survived by mis- mis- miscuring lists than sub- subjective rankings of romantic certification Jiddu Krishnamurti said, "It's slowly when you have leisure that you learn. Love requires rest and reflection. It in a country where investment in car lower or low and time privatory is acute, especially for women and disadvantaged groups. Many struggle to find the free time or psychological safety to collective the vulnerability to love requires decision marks or buildings and economic where l- long lines feels ubiquitous and love become luxury. We must reduce romance from policy conversation that trade emotional health and leisure time as an afterthought. This also requires deeper scholarship and economical love by one the observes with studying marriage. Love is a metaphysical matrix, perhaps best left to laterals, but it is also an economic attributed and alternative for our economic participation currency that calculators thought our lowers and measures of our freedom and well-being for those who think the nation of love in the economic too is too crazy. Perhaps it is time to be less um, cynical. The economic shapes our interdynamics as much as our incomes. But Acharya is economics and others' view are personal. So I have done my summarize in this art. Sorry, sorry for that. Now I can try to summarize in this article. Yeah. Yeah. So this article is talk about is love is not just an emotion, but it's also concerned economic and social condition. So, how much love people experience depends on their financial security, freedom, and opportunities. So, love is influenced by money, job stability, and social status. When people struggle with unemployment, low salaries, or economic stress, relationship also suffer. Then that author suggests love should be seen like a public good, not just private feeling. A strong economic and supportive society help people build health relationship. Then social norms, caste, gender roles, and income inequality limit romantic choices, and economic pressure reduce freedom in choosing partners. So, so So article is um, mention love depend on economic freedom and social justice, and society that provides security and equal opportunity allow people to love more freely and fully. Yeah, so that's all from my side.
That's all. I want to hear you more hours. Can you speak?
Yeah.
I want to hear for the whole day. Can you speak? Nice hearing you. I love your sound.
For the whole day, right? Are you sure that her network is gonna support her all the time?
Yeah, it is. I think she loved that. And I love her. Okay, it was it was very beautiful, Siddhi, hearing you. You read it very beautifully, as well as you explained it very cutely. Some of the time you were mispronouncing the word, but it was too cute, so I can say it is ignorable. I love that. But it's not that ignorable that much. You have to focus on that. Everything was very cute as I was looking over you. Thank you very much, Siddhi dear, for taking part.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am.
So, do you know what this? One thing I'm gonna tell here that Faribi was on the second, but because he didn't came on the time, I'm giving him punishment. Is that fine?
Hello, anyway.
Yeah. No, don't talk, Sikha. It's too bad.
No, I was I was too busy.
You are not allowed. You are not allowed.
Okay. Namaste.
I
Sorry.
am upset with you.
You called me. I know. No means I just gaze it, but I was busy in another work. So
Okay.
sorry. Yeah,
No,
sorry. I
no
could not
worries.
attend
Sika, can you
in
wait
proper
for
time.
only one participant? Only one. Can you? Do you have time?
Okay, no matter.
Yeah, because that person was waiting for a long time. So who is that? Yeah? No, not for AB. I'm giving him the punishment. He will be the last one after you. Yeah.
Oh, strict teacher. Okay, good. I like it. I like
Yeah.
it.
Thank
Of
you.
course, for
So
delay, I should be punished, and everybody should be punished. But
yeah,
you have to give it impartially.
yeah. So peace. Would you like to call out that person?
And who the person is?
Van Turnison.
Hello, Mr. Van.
Ben Tennyson.
Bro. Sorry, sir. I'm there.
A very good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, a very good morning. Sir, what's your article number? Can I know that?
6, sir.
All right. Vasundhara, I guess the article number 6 hasn't been read yet, is it? Or is it done already?
No, it isn't. You can go.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir. Please move ahead. It's your turn.
Okay, sir. Right. Good morning, all of. Good morning, everyone. Production growth of India's 8 key infrastructure sector slowed to a 2-month low of 4% in January as per official data. It was 5.1% in January 2025 and 4.7% in December 2025. Crude oil and natural gas output recorded negative growth in January. Production on refinery production remained flat. Production growth of coal and cement moderated to 3.1% and 10.17% during the month under review against 4.6% and 14.3% respectively in January 2025. However, fertilizer, steel and electricity output recorded a positive growth during the month. During the April-January of this financial growth of core sector industry was down to 2.8% compared with 4.5% year earlier. Aditya Nagar, chief economist ICRA Ltd, said the slowdown was broad-based with as many as 7 of the 8 sectors seeing a deterioration in YoY growth performance. Given the trend in core output, IIP index of industry products growth is likely to slow down in January, although we expect the growth in the non-core part of the IIP to continue the outperform core industry output, as was the trend in Q3 FY 2026. Consequently, ICRA expect IIP growth to ease to 5.5% in January from 7.8% in December. Uh, the explanation is the major core sector are downing, sir. Ma'am.
So now you can summarize your article.
Sir, I am the beginner, so I tell briefly.
Yes, sir, it's perfectly fine.
Okay, sir. Sir, major manufacturing sector in India, uh, easing the production rate. I think, sir, I forgot many things. Sir, I completed, sir.
Yes, sir, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. I'll do it for you. I guess the article talks about the slowdown in the India's industrial engine within the eight core infrastructure sector that forms the foundation of the economy. No worries, sir. You read your article very well, and I don't think there's any grammatical error which I guess I can identify in your reading. Am I right, enemy? Hey, Vasundhara, you forgot your name or something?
Yeah, are you saying something to me?
Oh, didn't you hear anything?
No, sorry, I was looking over the website.
Oh yes, it's perfectly fine. So like I was just asking, there's not any grammatical error which I guess I could notice. Right?
Hope so. And even I was looking over his lines. That was also very fine. A
Yes,
little bit
absolutely.
pronunciation was there, like in the language, but that was also very fine. That was very good
Of
from
course,
his side.
it was very fine. Ben, sir, you did it well. No worries. The next time you try, you can try summarizing the article as well. It's gonna be fine for you, I guess.
Okay, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
That was lovely hearing you. Hope you will take part again.
Yes, yes. All right. I guess
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
Shivam next, right?
Yeah.
Is it Shivam
So,
or is it Shikha?
Shikha.
Yes,
Sikha.
yes.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. A very good morning, ma'am.
Very good morning.
How are you, ma'am?
I am good and great also, but
Amazing.
something late.
Amazing. Amazing. So, like, what's the article number? Which article are you about to read?
Yes, the article number 13.
The article number 13. I guess that's all set for you. You can start, ma'am. I'm there with you.
May I start?
Ma'am, you may. You're perfectly
Okay,
well.
okay, okay. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I am going to read article number 13. Real AI challenge lies in the classrooms. The fracas over Galgotia's university's Robodog, a Chinese manufactured product from the private institute displayed in its stall at the AI Impact Summit was destined for gleam, memes, and headlines. The incident, however, is neither the main takeaway from the summit, nor does it flag the challenge that India faces due to AI transformations. The challenge lies not in the stalls and halls of Bharat Mandapam, but in lakhs of classrooms across the country. In 2024 to 25 alone, around 20 million children enrolled in class 1 across the country, and total enrollment in higher education increased to nearly 4.33 crore in 2021 to 22, up 26.5% from 2014 to 15. Many of those coming into universities today are first generation learners, often from historically marginalized communities. communities. Yet, even as the classrooms are asked to open their doors wider, the nature of pedagogy and assessment in schools and higher education institutions followed paradigms that came about in the aftermath of the Industrial Revolution. For an imperial power of needs with mere tweaks along the way to suit the needs of a newly independent nation, to turn India's AI vision and ambition into reality, and to ensure that this massive cohort of young people is not left behind. An overhaul is needed. Of course, the need to reform education predates the AI challenge. In 2020, the new national education policy suggested interdisciplinarity and conceptual clarity over memorization and rote learning, and a move from an emphasis on enrollment of GDP, enrollment to outcomes and quality. It also suggested that at least 6% of GDP be spent on education. Progress, however, has been slow, mired in institutional inertia and vexed issues of linguistic politics. None of this is to suggest that no gains have been made. Since independence, islands of excellence across disciplines and regions have created. The problem is that their success has not been scalable at the national level. The speed with which New technologies are altering the nature of learning, work, jobs, leaves little room for piecemeal reforms. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's permission, Manav, model and ethical system, accountable governance. National sovereignty, accessible and inclusive technology, and valid and a legitimate system. 6. To place the well-being of people as the guiding principle of AI development. To take that version outside the summit hall, policy document requires enabling and catalyzing reforms while at the same time ensuring institutional autonomy, especially in higher education. It means creating a classroom that nurtures excellence and a campus that is free from fear and open to ideas and innovation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. It was fabulous. Can you please go ahead with the summarization part? Would love to hear you more.
It is a great thing, and it is very important also in our life, our new generation. So please, you can, I can do it, but you can. The time is short, na. But this is you can something explanation. I can. I it is a big, but I read slowly, so I think everybody can understand because I want to understand the meaning. That is, okay, I am telling our country is facing a challenge about AI development. And in this regard, country thought that if there is a summit, it is a global summit, they can arrange, then it is very useful for them. That is, and uh, in that summit, that is also a very that is a fracas of goal to CS, get to gal go CS university. I think it is in Tamil Nadu. I don't know. That is, they also display a robo dog and also in the stall, and that is, but India thought another thing. That is, it will be also maybe display part. It is also discussion how is it made, and how also it is also it works, and what is the purpose of this robot. But it is not done, and it is and all the summit has been done in vain. And challenges, after all, they can understand. So the challenge had to lie, and that is lies in not in stall, not in halls or Bharat, but it is in the classroom. So they are also, that is India, embrace technology after all the countries that they are already developed a lot. But India also, that is not in 2010 like that, near about. And they have adopted technology. So now AI is that is the super intellectual. So, and it works that is a different way. But all the other countries now is developing through AI. And it is they are developing in a best way. But India is now they are always in the behind because they starting it is the late starting late. For this reason they have to wait. And now India is that is in classroom, that is 20 million children. There is statistics is also going on. I could not tell detailing details, but it is the most important thing that educational AI is more challenging for India. But the new generation, they have to adopt it, and also they are asked that is at every school and every institution, even higher education, they have all the universities have been asked to open their doors for AI learning. And this vision also, young people, they are also doing great, but they are not led when they can do it. That is for this environment also needed. That is classroom is the good thing, and also prime minister also. But we are using AI, that is for play, for even that is there is some toys like that, but it is purposefully we have to utilize it. For this reason we have to design AI in different purpose, and it is not so easy work. It needs talents, and also Manav Modi's formulation, that is every time Modi's sorry, Manav is like that: ethical system, accountable governance, national sovereignty, accessible and inclusive technology. That's like that. It is should be development through AI. That is, every AI is developed through different purposes. And in this regard, there should be research, and also that is higher education. They are also such like classroom. That is, nurtures excellence, and also the compass where fear is not there, and free from fear, and open their ideas and innovation. And I believe that India has talent, and India can do it everything. Maybe it late, but they can do it when our country had and thought it is needed, and our new generation also learned this, and learn it is not so it is easy work, but it is to create another purpose, different purposes. AI, it is also, it need peaceful moment, it need innovation. I think it need collaboration also, but it is not doing I mean, without collaboration it is not possible. It's my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I don't think there can be a better explanation and there can be a better summarization of the current article that you've read. Yes, so the article highlights about the challenges. The challenges isn't just about the controversies or everything else. The amendment or the reform is really very needed at this time. So thank you so much, Shikha ma'am. Though you read very slowly, but I guess whatever you read and everything was so crystal clear, like I couldn't find any single error. I guess Vasundhara will even agree with that. Am I right, Vasu?
Yeah,
Yes.
I am
Thank
agree.
you. Thank you,
But
Peace.
I hate
Vasundhara.
her. I hate her. She don't give me the chance to correct herself.
You are my enemy, really?
Yeah. From a very
Yes.
long time I'm waiting to correct you, but I don't get chance.
Oh.
And whenever I do, I feel very happy for the whole day. Okay, today I corrected her.
Thank you. But
You
that is
you
everybody
snatched
is
my
there. When I take time, then everybody, that is Sadi, and also Peace, and that is Utkarsh.
you
Everybody are there. So this is a good companion are there. If I not the studied it early, then I could not have them. I
yeah,
also
it is.
want to enjoy them. For
Lovely
the
hearing you. Lovely
not
hearing you. We get
that is
lot of knowledge through you. And because you snatched my happiness of the day, what can I do more?
Okay. You can do anything, whatever you like. I have
Yes,
no
yes.
objection.
Lovely hearing you. We got lots of knowledge from you here. Thank you very much for taking part.
Thank you. Thank you.
I guess as Shikha ma'am has snatched the happiness that you could have, so like it could be a very tough day for you, I guess, right, Vasundhara, for now. And
Yeah,
even for me,
exactly.
to be honest, Shikha ma'am read it so well that that she just didn't want to give us an opportunity to correct her or to even find
Yeah.
a simple error, not even that minimal one. Very well done,
What
ma'am.
to do?
Very well
Thank
done,
you.
ma'am. Very well done.
Thank
All
you.
right,
Thank you for inspiration. But you are also doing that is tongue twister every day. I also do it.
Yeah, that's a great part. So, without any delay, let's move forward. And one of
let's
our
move ahead with the
participants,
Farebi, right? Farebi,
yeah, he
right?
was waiting for a very long
Waiting for
time.
a very long time, and he's been getting the punishment that you have.
Yeah, yeah, call him out.
I guess the punishment time is out. Punishment time is over, I guess. Hello, Farebi.
Yeah,
Good morning, everyone.
A very good morning, Farebi. I hope you don't mind the punishment that Vasundhara has given to you.
Okay, I take my punishment because I am late. So, without any delay, I would like to read article number 7.
All right, man. You can start.
New IIT Madras technique to accurately measure blood clotting time will help implant makers. Researchers at the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras have secured a patent for a technique that uses changes in reflected lights on the surface of implants to detect information. While it blood clot formation, while it will allow manufacturers to use this technique while researching the visibility of materials to be used for implants, it could also be used to test water purity among other applications, the researchers claimed. Improving clot testing. Homeocompatibility is the ability of a material or medical device to interface with blood without inducing adverse reactions, including clotting. It is an important parameter to be considered before developing any material to fashion a device, including students, heart valves, and catheters that will come into contact with blood. The homeocompatibility test also helps to plan for and titrate the dose of anticoagulation medicine to be to be given to a patient. Post-surgery, this is where IIT Madras researchers have stepped in to offer an optics-based solution to improve the accuracy of this test. Subhasri Mishra, Govinda Chandra Behera, Vignesh Muthuvidyan, and Somnath Chanda Roy described the technique in an article published in the General Review of Scientific Instruments. When blood comes into contact with a foreign material, as used in implants, it begins to clot. When we plan to build implants, we need to check how much time blood is taking to clot over the foreign device. Despite several technological advancements in the biomedical devices, issues related to a thrombosis remain a persistent challenge, explained Mrs. Mishra, an IIT Madras research scholar. The two techniques in use today, mechanical tilting method and the free hemoglobin method, are not precise. She said, we set out to address the shortcomings of the conventional techniques to measure blood clotting. She added, researchers use the optics to measure this blood clotting time. The surface of any implantable device will have a reflective surface when blood touches this surface and the blood clotting process begins. The surface becomes turbid and the reflectivity of the survey will change. When it does, it will trigger a change in voltage in a connected highly sensitive photodetector. Mrs. Mishra said, adding that the time taken for this voltage change corresponds to clotting time. The results from our study were accurate, and even milliseconds are counted, she added. We received the patent for this technique last year. IIT Madras physics professor Dr. Roy said, we are at initial stage of dis- discussions with manufacturers. This will make enable them to quantitatively screen materials for blood compatibility at the research stage. It can help them distinguish between materials that may similar but behave very different during clot formation and has the potential to significantly reduce clot related risk for patients, he added. One second.
Thank you so much, sir.
It's not
It's fa-
completed yet,
yeah, it was fabulous, sir. Would you like to
but it
would you
is
like to explain the article now?
yes, it's not completed yet. So I'm continue with my article. Okay. Actually, I have a cold, so that's why I'm sneezing at that time. Then I mute. Okay. So wider applications. The team is also looking at deploying the technique for other real-world applications. Dr. Roy said, primarily to gauge the purity of water with a substrate and a few changes, it will be able to check even trace impurities in water. There will be a clear industry uses for this also, he added. So I have done with my article and I am going to summarize this article. So first of all, IIT Madras introduced a technique to measure blood clotting will it plant for the patients. So first of all, to know what is blood clotting, because IIT Madras research a thing for blood clotting, we have to know what is blood clotting. Blood clotting is a process where your blood will be clot. What is clot? It will be stay at there, that they will make a jam, we can say. Okay, so if your blood getting day by day thicker, okay, and if any impurities are mixed with your blood, the blood will be like jam at a place and it will be harm the process of blood regulation, process of blood, what we call the flow. Okay, so that is not good for us. It is cause heart attacks. Okay, for the blood clots, if any blood clot in our body happens nearby the our heart and in the any part of the body, if it was nearby the heart, it will cause heart attack and the people will attack. Sorry, it will people will be died at the time. That's why, or the IIT Madras and many of the colleges, universities, and the researchers are improving the process that how we will reduce blood clot and how we will check the patient that it is what is happening in their bloods. Okay, so to check that and to reduce blood clotting, IIT Madras uses a technique to implant to purify the waters and after that to check the water flows in body as well as the blood flows. Okay, so if any impurities in blood, we will improve them by that. So that's why if any impurity in your blood, it will be removed that and it will be like manage the flow, that it will reduce the jams. And so that's why IIT Madras uses a technique. And also no, it is also to clotting in our blood. It's also important for us. If there any, if in our body will not clot, it will not have the blood clotting. It is harm for us as well as it will be clot. Okay. So if any cuts in our bodies, if any accident, we have a like cut in our body, then we see that how bloods are going outside from our body. So it is very important to reduce that. So we see that how WBC, white blood cells, and the platelets are going at that wound area, and they jam that bloods and they clot that area. And there are many proteins we have in our body, which is, let me remember, fibrin protein. So that cause as a net, they work as a net to clot that blood. That how we are getting recovered from a wound and the cut cutting if we have in our body. So it is also important to blood cutting in our blood for bloods. And there is a disease with hemophlosis, I think called, okay, which is also known as royal disease, because in a family of a royal family, which is the Queen Victoria, she has a hemophlosis, I think. And in her body, if any cut was there in her body, that many bloods are flows from her body. So it is very, so that's why doctors are took care of her, and of a child of, and a son of, which her, I think his name is Prince Leopold, was died because of this disease. So that's why it is also important for clotting in our body to maintain the platelets and for the flow of the bloods. And also it's very concerning, and it's not good to clot at a very high, like it's clot in a thick in our body, so it will be reduce of the blood flows and it will cause heart attack. And also there is a cardiac attack. If you have a heart attack, then there is a chance then you will be live. If you have a cardiac attack, your stuff your your heart will be stopped, and you will be not, and then you will be died at the same time if you have a cardiac death. That's causes by the blood clotting. So these are the reasons, that's why you're focusing on those, because we see a member of parliament of ours 2 days before, he died while playing the football, and many of athletes are died because of the cardiac arrest and heart attack. So that's why it is very important to, 1 minute. So I have done with this article.
For AB, I guess I was on the website and I got confused a little bit because the endings of the second last pair and the last pair was almost the same. So yes, thank you so much for AB. I guess the current article talks about the new optic-based solution by the researchers at IIM Madras, the team led by that. So yeah, thank you so much. I don't think there could be a better deep analysis with all the key points covered. Thank you so much. Is there any enemy? Would you like to say something? Would you like to add something to that?
I don't want to add anything because it was wonderful, which made us he made us understand all about the article by giving the examples, and it was very understanding
Of course, you got
all
the key
about
points
the
covered. Of
biology.
course, he got all the key points covered. Yes. Covered very well.
Thank you, everyone. Actually, I have like sneezing, so that's why I do mute when I was reading and summarizing that time.
It's all right, man. It's all right.
Thank you, everyone.
Nice hearing you, sir. Okay.
I guess it's Shiv, right? Hello. The participant.
Okay. Shivam.
Hello, Shiv.
Waiting for a long time.
Hello guys, good morning. Am I audible?
Oh yes, you are a person who was expecting for a wild entry, but I guess he has to wait. Everybody, just like everybody else, has to wait for their turn.
No
Good
wild
morning,
Yeah,
Aman.
entry is for anyone. All are
Exactly.
equal.
Exactly. Good good morning,
Believe
man.
it
After
or
a
not,
long
just
time.
kidding. Good morning, buddy.
After a long time seeing you back. So like, how are you, man? How are you,
Yeah,
buddy?
doing good, buddy. You say?
Absolutely well. Are you ready with the article number that you want to read?
Yes, I am ready. Wait, let me see where it is.
Yeah, just check
Yeah,
it.
got it. Okay, so let me start with the 20th article. So it is about the sports, of course. So the article goes like this: Focus ahead of Proteas test, catching and playing off spin. Suryakumar and company spilled 9 catches so far, most of them unchallenging by the standards. India waited until the twilight gleam receded and the lights flickered to life at the Narendra Modi Stadium. Until then, they busied themselves with a boisterous session of rondo, where Tilak Verma unfurled a gorgeous back heel and Arshdeep Singh wafted the thin air numerous times, where they gambled around with the football, passing away wildly and jogging playfully, where the coach Gautam Gambhir summoned an impromptu hurdle as his charges kept nodding at the instructions. Whatever transpired in the hurdle might have been rousing because they busily dispersed to form 3 distinct groups of 5 players each, spaced out like a triangle. At one end was T. Dilip pulling and slogging the ball to the fivesome clustered towards house left, standing in the mid-wicket region to where the fielding coach was batting. Right opposite to him was Rayant and Descartes, feeding flat low flights to those perched in mid-wickets region. Parallel to him was Shitanshu Kotak performing the same routine to sharpen their catching. One of the rough edges that could bruise India is so far unbeaten tournament. Unusually clumsy, India have spilled 9 catches so far, most of them unchallenging by their standards. It was the larger theme of the session 2 days before the first Super 8 game against South Africa. Dilip has been the most vociferous of the coaches. He would rebuke, implore, plead with some of the serial catching offenders to practice. Although the catches have not cost them much, lapses could potentially sting them in the Super 8, where every game is poisoned. Chalish bowling coach Moni Mokel was quick to admit and put it on the high priority redressal list. It's a valid question, and catching is definitely going to play a big part now in the business end of the tournament, he said. He emphasized with them, unfortunately, no catch is an easy catch, and the boys are putting in the hard yards and catching a lot of balls. One of our key focus points is to really go for even those 50-50 ones, because we know how that can swing the break momentum of a batting innings. On Friday evening, under the sombre sides, they did put in the hard yards. In practice, they were near perfect, clinching the most catches, even the deceitful lobbed ones. Bizarrely, most of them are safe catches. Some like Hardik Pandya and Akshar Patel can be spectacular, but like a common cold in winter. The contagion has spread fast. Local off spinner, equally anomalous, has been their susceptibility to off spinners of all use. Unsurprisingly, everyone who could bowl half decent off breaks endured long shifts. Washington Sundar and Rinku Singh bowled unchallenged for roughly an hour. A battalion of local off spinners too were commissioned, although they hardly posed any trouble. The left-handers mustered most of the strike until Suryakumar Yadav tore into them, blasting sixes down the ground, often gliding out. The 360-degree master crunched his pace to 45-degree hour between mid-wicket and long off. No sweep, no suppla, just his orthodox ranging. Hardik, though, was in carnage mode, flat batting sixes over extra cover. Left-arm spinners too were summoned for a big threat that the part-time off-spin of Eden Markram on Sunday would be Keshav Maharaj. Abhishek Sharma too rolled his arm. An all-rounder when he began his junior career, uh, he he bet Tilak with an undercutting and turned a couple of balls sharply away from Surya Kumar. The practice surfaces adjacent to the center pitch were abrasive, resembling second-day black soil decks with slow turn, where batting requires wariness without diluting aggression and the flexibility to change the slot at the last moment. Moni neatly summoned up the requisite virtues to prosper on such trips. That's why at the training we tell the guys that it's not about hitting 65 sixes. He said, flashing a grin, there's going to be a period that the wicket might be a bit tacky or the wicket might be a bit dry. So can we turn boundary hitting into running more twos? Maybe if the wicket is tricky, can we hit ball on the ground, scoring fours instead of sixes? So all those things go into our planning, he elaborated. He stressed on not being one-dimensional, not to bat with prejudiced mind, in fairness, notwithstanding the occasional struggles and the slump of Abhishek. India have posted above par score, that is 161, 209, 175 and 193, and defended without ado. It shows how good we are overall. Maybe we haven't dominated spin as we would have liked, but that's around the corner on a surface where we find our flow, he said. Finding flow and fixing flaws had been the evening's motive. So that's the article, and let me summarize it quickly for you guys without wasting much time. So this article is about the upcoming match that India is going to play against the Proteas, that is South Africa, in the Super 8 series. As we know that India has already qualified for the Super 8 and has been unbeaten so far in the series. So it is about the spin attack that India is going to face in the name of Keshav Maharaj and other players from South Africa. It's also about the current form of the Indian opening batsman, who is Abhishek Sharma, who has been gone for duck on 3 consecutive innings. So we are actually hoping good and form. We are expecting his form back in this match, today's match, which is going to be played today. So basically, it's about the news of India and South Africa batting and bowling lineup. So let's see. It's going to be a very crucial moment because both are in the Group A team, and both of the team has been unbeaten so far. So it's going to be a nail-biting finish for all of us and for those who love cricket. So with all this, I would like to conclude the summary of my passage that it's going to be a very crucial match because we will see how India carries the momentum that it has been carrying so far in the tournament. So let's see with whole heart and yeah, sit back, relax and enjoy. Thank you.
Just quite like a sports enthusiast, huh, man? Your energy is super awesome, man. Thank you so much, Shiva. So, like, as you just talked about everything else, and as the article is all about, like, the training session that they have had just 2 days before the about after the super class that they are gonna have on February 22nd. So, I would like to ask you, Shivam, what's your prediction? I guess everybody agrees to the point, like India is about to win, right? So, what's your prediction?
Obviously, isn't it obvious? Like, obviously we are going to win.
Exactly. So, like, by how many wickets or by how many runs do you expect India to win again? And do you expect Abhishek
See,
Sharma to like go out
actually, I'm
on a duck
expecting
again?
that. We all are expecting a very good inning from the world number 1 T20 batsman. So we are hoping that he will be in form again, and it's going to be a very good match because both of the teams are the table toppers of their group respectively. So yeah, it's going to be a very nail-biting finish.
Of course, man. Enough of ducks. No more bad records.
Yeah.
Enough of it. Yeah. Vasu, would you like to add something to that? Or I guess it's enough because he's had super energy, super energetic. He already is.
Exactly. That's the same line I want to say. Yeah, good energy is holding with him. He did very well. Nice hearing him too. And he was very said very well, and he was very constant with it. Means with the line, that was very lovely. He is one of them who were okay. He is one of them who were like too pleasant in speaking, and that energy was too lovely. Thanks for taking part, Shivam.
Thank you so much, host, for giving me such a golden opportunity. Thank you.
Great. So
Yes,
one
it's an
more.
absolute pleasure to have you as a participant. I guess it's Amit Singh, right? Amit Singh
Yeah, it
Bhadoria.
is. He
By the
was
way, why
also waiting for a long time.
a very very long time? By the way, why do I see so many people being muted?
It's because that we don't face any more trouble. And if they want to be unmute, then please let me know if you want to take part in the session. Write your name
Yes.
on the website or even in the comment box.
Yeah, just tag enemy. She'll unmute all of you guys. Okay. Hello, Amit Singh. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
A
And
very good morning, Amit Singh. Sir, how's the
how are
energy?
you?
How's the Josh
Yeah,
in the early morning?
it's high, but not that much high.
All right. Is that because you didn't have your breakfast yet? I see.
Yeah, I didn't have. I was taking my tea only.
All right. I guess tea with biscuits. That's enough. Okay, sir. Which article would you wish to read?
So I would like to read article number 18.
All right. So there you go. You can start.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you. So this article is about sexual abuse of children, a rare POCSO verdict. Suspended junior engineer. Wife get death sentence in UP. CBI said convict sold pornographic material involving children on darknet. So this article is written by Manish Sahu, terming the case as rarest of the rare. A special POCSO court in Banda Friday awarded the death penalty to a suspended junior engineer of the Uttar Pradesh Irrigation Department and his wife for sexually abusing several young children and circulating pornographic material involving them online. The Central Bureau of Investigation, which has registered the case in October 2020, in a statement said the court sentenced the two accused, Ram Bhavan and his wife Durgavati, to death for various offences under the Indian Penal Code and POCSO Act, including unnatural offences, aggravated penetrative sexual offences, using child for pornographic purposes, storage of pornographic material involving children, abetment, and criminal conspiracy. It said the court found the criminal acts of accused as rarest of rare on the basis of unparalleled depravity and systematic nature of their crimes, which involved the orchestrated sexual exploitation and abuse of 33 minor children. In its statement, the agency also said the trial court ordered an award of compensation of rupees 10 lakh to each victim by the government. The court further ordered to distribute the cash amount seized from the house of the accused persons among the victims in equal proportion. It said the CBI had arrested Ram Bhavan 48, who hails from Banda, in November 2020. He has been lodged in jail since his arrest. His wife Durgavati 45 was arrested a month later. On Wednesday, the court had found the two guilty in the case lodged under IPC section 377 unnatural offences and sections of the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences POCSO Act and the IT Act. Durgavati, who was out on bail, was taken into custody. On Friday, the husband and wife were produced before the Banda court under tight police security for the pronouncement of sentence. Special Judge Pradeep Kumar Mishra awarded the death penalty to Ram Bhavan and Durgavati. observing that the case falls within the rarest of rare category, said Banda Government Counsel Kamal Singh. Government Counsel Singh said the prosecution examined 74 witnesses during the trial, including 25 victims. During the investigation, the agency recovered 34 videos and 678 photographs of the victims, Singh said. He stated that Ram Bhavan had been posted in Hamirpur, Banda, Chitrakoot districts and was arrested from Chitrakoot, his last posting. Defense counsel Bhura Prasad Nisad said he will file an appeal against the judgment. He said the court also ordered the conviction of rupees 8.27 lakh in cash recovered from Ram Bhavan's residence during the probe. He further stated the CBI conducted the medical examination of the victims in Delhi. According to the prosecution, the CBI arrested Ram Bhavan following sustained surveillance. The agency also arrested his wife, alleging her involvement in his activities. Durgavati, the prosecution said, threatened witnesses and hid evidence of her husband's crime. So the CBI had earlier alleged that Ram Bhavan sexually abused children in Banda, Chitrakoot, and adjoining areas for a decade and had targeted at least 50 minors, recording the acts and selling the videos and photos on social media platforms and the darknet. The Central Probe Agency had said examination of the accused email accounts revealed he was allegedly in regular contact with several persons, both Indian and foreign nationals, for purpose of sharing child sexual abuse cases. So I have completed with the reading part. So I would like to summarize it as the article says. So the junior engineer who has been suspended during his service was sentenced to death with his wife also. The CBI arrested Ram Bhavan in November 2020. Since then he has been jailed, and his wife Durgavati was also being held after a month later. So in this article, I think everything is being there is a case filed against junior engineer Mr. Ram Bhavan and his wife under IPC 377 and POXO Act. POXO Act is basically for the act if the act is being done against children. If there is a crime against children under the age of 40, then it comes under POXO Act. And the IT Act also is being there. So IT Act is related to Information Technology Act, which says if someone is doing crime, is doing some illegal, and it is selling on internet, that comes under IT Act. So these two people are being arrested under IPC 377 and IT Act. And they were the special judge Pradeep Kumar Mishra awarded the death penalty to Ram Bhavan and Durgavati. So there were some 74 witnesses also during the trial and 25 of victims. Like those 74 witnesses were there, and on 25 of them were victims also. So there were some videos, and they were stealing. So it's a clear case of POXO verdict. Okay, so I think there is nothing to say about. I'm done with this. Thank you. Hello.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I guess this was extremely sensitive article that you just read. It has accused. It highlights the
one more thing. Mr. P. Sir, I would like to say, as it says, it is being sold on darknet. So we should be aware of the darknet, because darknet is not that thing which we know very well. It is 90% of the total internet we don't know. So as a guardian, as a parent, people used to post their children's photos videos on internet, and it should not be done in that way, because sometimes what happens, the criminals who are waiting on darknet, they are selecting the children from like internet photos, and when they choose someone's photo, they just get attracted to that, and the crime can happen, and mishap can happen with that person also. So we should not post very frequently on internet, because we don't know who is watching that photo, who is watching, or who is like using that photo in like in some kind of crimes. So we should be aware about of that, because we don't know where the darknet is being like spreaded. So thank you. That's all what I know about this. And if
Thank
you
you so
have
much, Amit.
anything, yeah, please, thank you.
Thank you so much, Amit. I don't think there's anything else which anybody else or even I can add. Even I can add to that. It has abuse of over more than 33 or about 33 children, sexual abuse that it has happened, as well as it has been awarded as the death penalty, if I'm not wrong, to both, right? Husband as well as the wife. I don't think there's any better justice that they can get. There's any other punishment that they can get better than that. Thank you so much, Amit. I don't think I can comment more on that. Thank you. Vasundhara, would you like to add something to that?
What I do, actually, he was very good with his reading portion as well as explanation. And plus point is he, like Mr. Amit, you say give us the lesson that what we have to do, and exactly that is very accurate in the security purpose. It was very fine. Love that. We will definitely follow your instruction. Thank you very much for taking part. Your everything was very fine. And if you are doing that, that is negotiable. Thank you very much for taking part.
Yes. Thank you so much, Amit. I guess it was appreciated. It can be appreciated by everybody. I guess I can say that. Thank you. Anybody
Yeah,
else? Who's next? Is it Adi?
it's yeah.
Hello, Adi.
Yeah, hi bro.
Hey, good
Am I
morning,
audible?
man. Oh, yes, you
Yeah,
are.
very good morning.
Good morning. Are you ready to start? Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready with
All
number
right.
5.
With article number 5. All right, you can start. I'm with you.
Am I clearly audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. US bases to be legitimate targets if attacked, say Iran.
Is it just me or is it everybody else as well who cannot hear him?
Yeah, me too. I won't be able to hear it.
I just that's the only reason I doubted on my internet.
Exactly the same I do.
I just
It's
I just
Aditya,
joined again.
you. Okay.
He's back. Hey
Is
Adi,
it okay?
you there? Yeah,
Is it okay?
you there, man. You there. So like you cautioned us properly, like you're having some internet issues. All right. Right now you're audible.
All right, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you can start it all over again.
Okay. In a letter, the United Nations, Iran has said it will not initiate any war, but if attack all religion bases, facilities, and assets belonging to hostile forces would be legitimate targets for retaliatory strikes. Iran ambassador Amir Shahid Irvani, in the letter dated February 19, accused Washington of issuing explicit public threats of the use of forces and urged the United Nations to act urgently. Citing US President Donald Trump February 18 social media post that American forces could use bases in Diego Garcia and Fairford in the event of conflict with Iran, Mr. Irvani said there is a real risk of military aggression, the consequences of which would be catastrophic for the region and would constitute a grave threat to international peace and security. He added, in the event that it is subjected to military aggression, Iran will respond decisively and proportionately in the exercise of its inherent right of self-defense under Article 1551 of the Charter of the United Nations. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei had warned earlier this month that any attack on Iran would trigger a regional war. Iran and the US have held 2 rounds of talks this month, but failed to reach any breakthrough. The US has built its largest military presence in West Asia since the 2003 Iran invasion, while Iran has held 2 live fire drills in Persian Gulf this month. Defensive response. If Iran comes under attack, Mr. Ivani wrote in the letter, all bases, facilities and assets of the hostile force in the region would constitute legitimate targets in the context of Iran's defensive response. The United States would bear full and direct responsibility for any unpredictable and uncontrolled consequences. The US has at least 19 military bases across West Asia, many of which are in Persian Gulf countries. The headquarters of America's Fifth Fleet in the Bahrain, while the Al Uttaha Air Base in Qatar, the largest US base in the region, hosts the forward headquarters of US Central Command. Violating on charter. Iran also accused Washington of violating the UN Charter, particularly Article 2.4, which prohibits the threats or use of force against the territorial integrity or political independence of any state. It called on the Security Council to fully utilize the Council's authority and good office to ensure that the United States immediately gauges its unlawful threats of the use of force and refrains from actions that could lead a military confrontation. Iran's warning comes amid reports that Mr. Trump is considering airstrike against the Islamic Republic. The US has already sent a host of offensive and defensive weapons to region while preparing for possible war. All right. Okay. So basically, this news is about tension between US and Iran. Iran said in a letter to United Nations that it does not want to start any war, but somehow, if it is attacked, then it will consider US military base in the region as legitimate targets. That means like Iran is saying it will respond and strike back if the US attack first. Iran's UN ambassador Amir Iravani accused the US of making open threats. He also said that if there will be any military aggression against Iran, then Iran will respond in defensive way. According to him, the US would be responsible for any serious and uncontrolled consequences. On the other side, the US has a strong military presence in West Asia, especially after the Iraq War 2003. Recently, both countries had some talks, but they did not reach any agreement. At the same time, Iran has also been doing military drills in the Persian Gulf, which show that tension are kind of high. Iran also accused the US of violating the UN Charter by threatening the use of force. It asked the United Nations Security Council to take action and stop the US from making such threats. So, overall, the situation is quite tense. Iran says it doesn't want war, but if it attacked, it will definitely fight back. Basically, both sides are showing strength, but somehow this is increasing fear of possible military conflict in the region. You know, but to be honest, if conflicts happen, it will not only affect these two countries, the whole Middle East region could become unstable. Oil supply might get disturbed, and countries like India, including us, could face higher fuel price. So indirectly, even common people around the world would feel the impact. Oil price and global economy, it could be impact. The Middle East is very important for oil supply. If tension increase, oil price may rise sharply. Countries like India could face higher fuel price, inflation. Indirectly, the whole world feels the impact. It could impact on political image. If either countries take aggressive action, it could damage its international image as well. Yeah, that's all from my side.
I think we are all aware about the situation. That's what kind of a tense situation like it is between Donald Trump versus Iran. So like, thanks, man. Thanks for reading the article as well as explaining it well. I do agree. Like all of the military base and everything of America will be attacked if such a thing happens. Yeah, it's like whatever you read, it was quite clear, man. Except for the few pronunciation errors, I guess I would say. Adi, I guess you know it, right? Confrontation. You can practice it. It's easy.
Yeah, I know confrontation. Yeah, I did one mistake.
Yeah,
I
I
think
guess except
I
for
did
that, I didn't find anything
what
else.
you said.
Mm,
Mhm.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was good, man. Thank you. Vasu, would you like to add something to it?
Really not. He did well. And whatever the problem he was facing, you said it already. He was very fine. Like you read it very well, and your explanation was wonderful, Mr. Aditya. Thank you very much for taking part. Amazing.
Yep.
Thank you for
I
your
guess let's
valuable.
move on to the next participant. Hello,
Got
AC,
it.
air conditioning, or I guess something else. Hello.
Yeah, very good morning, brother.
Hello. What's up, man? How's it going?
Yeah, I am doing great. What about you?
Yeah, I'm doing absolutely fine. Would you like to mention which article are you about to read?
Yeah, article number second. Initial I have mentioned in the website, but I was not there on time because of some issue I was facing.
All right. Okay. No worries. You can start.
Okay, thank you. Let me see the article second first. Where is the second? Okay. So, India joins US-led tech alliance to build resilient supply chains. The PAC Silca seeks to build a common supply chain for electronics, critical minerals to withstand disruptions by China. The grouping, which held its inaugural summit in December, includes Canada, Japan, South Korea, and European Union. India joined the PAC Silica group on Friday, teaming up with the United States and other countries that have sought to build a common supply chain for electronics and critical minerals. At an event during the AI Impact Summit, Union Minister for Electronics and Information Technology, Aswani Vaishnaw, signed a document formally including India in the group, along with US Under Secretary of State for the Economic Growth, Energy and the Environmental, Jacob Hellberg. Mr. Helberg has been a major force in creating the group, which had its inaugural summit at the U.S. Institute of Peace in Washington, D.C. Last December. In a brief, impassioned address on Friday, Mr. Helberg asserted that we have allowed the foundation of our economic security to drift, adding that it was important for countries like India and the US, who had both rejected a king ocean away, to claim sovereignty over their supply chain. Pax Silkas and other signatories includes Canada, Japan, South Korea, and the European Union. They have sought to make their supply chains more resilient to shocks from China, which has exercised its leverage over the last years as the sole source and refined rare earth element to the to gain an upper hand in trade negotiation with the US. We had a very large latent poor we have a very large talent pool, and we have conducted our foreign policy in a manner that builds trust. Mr. Vaishnav said on the sidelines of the summit, say no to blackmail. We find ourselves grasping with a global supply chain that is massively over-concentrated. Mr. Helberg said, we watch as our friends and allies face daily threats of economic coercion and blackmail, forced to choose between their sovereignty and their prosperity. We have seen the lights of a great Indian city extinguished by a keystroke from across the Borden. He headed. Wait for a minute, there is a noise. Okay, now it is clear. So it was a noise. Let me start from the Helberg said. We watch as our friends and allies face daily threats of economic coercion and blackmail, forced to choose between their sovereignty and their prosperity. We have seen the lights of a great Indian city extinguished by a keystroke from across the border. He added an apparent reference to the alleged sabotage that caused a blackout in Mumbai in October 2020. And we have seen our friends denied essential minerals simply because leader dared to speak her mind. He said in an apparent reference to China's recent restrictions on rare earth element exports as a response to Japanese Prime Minister Sne Takeichi remark on Taiwan. So today, as we sign the Pax Silica Declaration, we say no to weaponized dependency and no to blackmail, Mr. Helberg said. So I am going to summarize the article. It is about the Pax Silica organization. It was introduced by America in 2025, in December 2025, for the main objective to maintain security and diversify AI and semiconductor supply across the country and globe, across the whole world. So India was not the initial part of this organization. So US want India to join in Pax Silica. So India in the AI Impact Summit 2026, India joined this Pax Silica Summit, and because US want India is the huge market of science and tech. So there are two countries, China and America. So China was the earlier supply of silicon and rare earth minerals for whole the countries, even for India as well. So what America stand for that? America want that if China is going to dominate across the world in the terms of silicon, semiconductor, and other rare earth metal. So for that, he initiated a organization named Pax Silica. Initial signed between the Japan, South Korea, America. India was not part of that, but India at the present in the AI Impact Summit joined in this. So this is the good for India, because India is not going to give dependency only on single country, but he is focusing more countries for the export and import. Even we have seen India and US trade deal, also European Indian trade deal, and along with that, India joined Pax Silica, which is the good for that, because in US India trade deal, it was a statement that US will apply 25% additional tariff if India purchase the oil from Russia. So it is why it is so, because India initial purchasing the oil from Russia, but it is not about the only India is dependent on Russia, but he was taking oil from Iran, Iraq, Venezuela. At present, he is taking oil from many more countries, European Union as well, and Iran, Iraq, Venezuela, America, Russia. So it shows that our dependency is not only on a single country. Okay, for our economic growth and for making India great, and also for targeting the 2020 2047 target digital India, we have to make balance with each and every country, and we have to trade with them as well, not depending on a single country. So rare earth mineral, here it is talking about rare earth mineral. So it is important for each and every country. It has become priority of every country, because we have seen every country is being digitalized, and for that AI, computer, chip, uh, machineries are being made. So there requires rare earth minerals and silicon, other mineral which is required for that. So India is doing great, and also joined the Pax Silica. Our minister Ashwani Vaishnaw signed the document. Okay, for the Pax Silica declaration. It was a good initiative for India as well, and India joined in this alliance. So definitely we are going to do best in the field of AI, because India is presenting world's largest AI Impact Summit 2026, where more than 100 CEOs of across the more than 100 CEOs of companies and many more delegates have joined in this summit. So it was a wonderful and appreciating initiative of India. So thanks a lot for the patience hearing. Mhm.
Thanks, man. That was a very deep analysis. You didn't just explain the article, you even explained about Pax Silica. As we all know, like India joined as the 10th member during a signing ceremony, like in the AI Impact Summit that was held in New Delhi as on just February 20th. That I guess that was just yesterday. So like the whole point was like it was just being done to reduce global dependence on being China. Without that, as we all know, that currently dominates the processing of critical minerals. So yes, thanks, man. I couldn't find many errors of something like that. It was all on point and everything was very well done. Thank you so much.
Thanks a
Enemy?
lot.
Yes, man. That was a very deep analysis. Thanks. I guess you were waiting for your turn for a very long time.
Yeah, I was waiting, but my mobile was not charged. Even
Only 3%.
some other
How much is
problems.
it? How much is it now? Fine now?
It is 3% now.
Oh,
Yeah, I can stay
3%
here
now is
10
less.
minutes.
Oh, I guess your phone must be having a good battery backup. I guess I see that. Vasu, would you like to
Okay.
add something to that? Or it's over?
Not much, but up to where I heard him, he was very wonderful in explaining the things, and he used very easy things to make listener understand, as well as he read very beautifully. But one thing what I found is this is not the major issue, the pronunciation problem, which mostly I also do face, and it's negotiable, not that means major issue. Like you can practice, it will be cured by the time, by the practice. It's not much the main thing. And after that, what the main thing is knowledge which you have and you shown to us, and it was very beautiful. Thank you very much, AC, for taking part and make us aware about the things.
Okay, thanks, and definitely I will work on my pronunciation. Even I also notice sometimes I mispronounce.
Yeah, it is because of the language. Don't worry, it will be cured.
Yeah, it's because of the regional touch. By the way, you again made a bit error. It's not pronunciation, it's pronunciation. So like you can even focus on that.
Okay, pronunciation.
Pronunciation. Say it again. Pronunciation, not pronounce.
Pro-
Pronunciation.
Not pronounce. Okay, pronunciation.
Yeah, absolutely right. So
Yeah,
yes, you can focus.
actually the pronunciation I also forget most of the time, and at the place of pronunciation I also pronounce pronunciation.
Exactly. So I guess I'm the
Happens,
one to
don't
correct both
worry.
of you, right? Yeah,
Yeah, we will practice. Don't
of course.
pull us.
Of course,
Huh?
Of course, it's very negotiable, and I guess
Yeah.
they couldn't have been a better ending or better wrap up to the session like than this.
No, no,
So yeah,
no. We have our
one more participant.
participant.
Oh, who's
Yeah,
that? Who's that? Unscripted.
unscripted. Yeah.
Oh, hello, unscripted.
Hello.
You there?
Yeah, hello. Good morning.
Hello. A very good morning, unscripted. How are you?
I am fine. What about you?
Yes, I guess a tigress is always wake up. Yeah, you can start with the article. Which one would you like to read?
Wait a minute.
Sure.
Uh, I am selecting the 14th one.
All right, you can start.
Okay. First, I have to read the whole article, then I have to explain it in my language. Na?
Yes, you got it right. You have to give a short summary or whatever you want.
Okay, okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Unscripted this side, and I am choosing the article 14 for today's news nexus. Okay. High Court verdict in rape case turned the clock back. The acquittal by the Chhattisgarh High Court of the accused in the 2004 rape case in Dhamtari district on the ground that penetration is the integral to the act, come as the jarring setbacks to what has been decades of slow, hard-won progress in India's rape jurisprudence. The High Court has applied the law as it should be, before Amendment 2013, when Section 375 of the Indian Penal Code interpreted rape narrowly after the math of the horrific December 2014 Delhi gang rape and the national-wide protest is ignited. The recommendation of the Justice J.S. Verma committee had helped reshape public and the legal understanding by foregrounding consent and acknowledging the layered reality of the sexual violence. The Criminal Law Amendment Act 2013 formalized it into the more expensive, dignity-centered approach. In its retreat into a narrow formalized that privileges outdated distinction over lived harm, the Chhattisgarh High Court ruling risks reviving the hyper-technical scrutiny that reforms were meant to dismantle. The arc of gender justice in the country has not always been even, but it has increasingly sought to move away from the hair-splitting technicalities that makes survivals vulnerable to the narrow-minded scrutiny and the more judgmental, especially in the institutional setup, whose framework remains stubbornly patriarchal. From the repeated judicial censure of invasive medical practices, the per vaginum examination or the two-finger test, for instance, has had a long history of misuse despite its ban by the apex court, to the 2013 reform instance that the victim's character or her sexual experience is irrelevant to the prosecution of the sexual offense. There has been discernible and encouraging shift in tone and the recognition that sexual violence wears many faces. If there is a takeaway from this movement, it is that gender justice cannot afford complacency, that the legal reforms must remain responsive to the complementary realities, be it the need of gender neutral sexual violence, that laws that acknowledge harm beyond binary frameworks, and engaging with the continuous question from question of marital rape. The commitment of the justice ultimately rests not on technical fidelity alone, but on a willingness to comfort harm in all the complexities. Now moving what the article 14, the article of this newspaper is saying. Okay, the news is all about the Chhattisgarh High Court verdict in a 2004 rape case in Dhamtari district. Okay, there are few core issues mentioned in this article, that are the court acquitted the accused. It means they let them go free. The reason was behind this, like the court argued that the penetration was not sufficiently proven. Okay, and why it is not proven? Because the court uses the law before of 2013. Okay, I think the court would focus on technical. It is mentioned in the article that court would focuses on technical details, like how the act happened, or it was proven exactly in a certain way, rather than the harm or the trauma caused to the victim. Court ignored. Okay, there is an amendment in 2013. Before that amendment, the definition of rape mainly evolved around the penetration as the act of a rape. But the court ignored the 2013 law. The court looked at the rape in the older or the narrow way of definition, asking if penetration was fully proven or not. This is called as the technical interpretation, because High Court of the Chhattisgarh is focusing on the legal technicality instead of big picture, like a woman was harmed without a consent. Now the problem is there is actually one more case mentioned in this about the Nirbhaya case. In December 2012, a student was gang raped on a bus in Delhi. She suffered a horrific injuries and died due to her wounds. And as a result, the government formed the Justice J.S. Verma Committee, which recommended few things, and they are enforceable in nature. They changed the definition of rape. They gave the broader definition of rape and sexual assaultment, and they gave more protection towards the victim, like protecting from harassment or invasive tests like two-finger test. Okay, now so the Chhattisgarh High Court uses the pre 2013 logic, like the rituals that was followed before 2013, but they ignored the lesson from the Nirbhaya case. It was mentioned in the article. Now moving to the what are the protections like available in Indian Constitution for women. Like we have section 375 that is mentioned in the article, which actually after amendment it changed the definition of rape, and now the rape broadly defined about the like non-consent sexual intercourse. And we also have few section in our IPC. I exactly don't remember, but there are few, like they prescribe that the minimum 7-year jail, minimum 7 year of life imprisonment for. And there is also like we have protection against molestation, and we have POCSO Act, which protect that girls who are below the age of 18. Like it will provide protection to them from rape, molestation, and child pornography. But the problem is this: like we have a gap in execution. Many women, even in today's world, do not get justice in India because sometimes they file the case, or police like police did not file their complaint or the delay, or sometimes the court take years to deliver that verdict. The problem is not that we don't have a strong law. On paper we have a strong law, but without the enforcement it is useless. The crime will stay, the crime will continue if you don't enforce them. So I think we should enforce those law that are mentioned in our Indian constitution.
Thank you so much, Unscripted. Is there anything else that you would like to add, or is it over?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yes, I guess it was again a very important article that you just read, where the article doesn't just talk about the gender justice, but it also focuses that the law shouldn't be just about technical rules, but it must just keep improving according to the real life problems, and the justice should be brought so that it can be fair to everyone. So thank you so much, Unscripted. I guess there were two words where you got stuck. Do you want me to point that out, or is it okay?
Yeah, I'm okay if you point them out.
Yeah, sure. I guess the very one word which I guess which even I got very new to, one was discernible. So, like, the meaning of that word is to be seen or to be noticed. So you can call it as no being noticeable. That's the meaning, as well as the other word where you got stuck, you can call it as contentious, where it refers to as something very controversial or something that is very argumentative. I guess apart from that, your reading was very fine, as well as the way you explained it, it was quite okay. Yeah, and it was very good. Thank you so much for being the last participant, as well as happy to have you as the last participant. The wrap up couldn't be better than that. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else that you would like to add, Vasu?
Hey, this was not fair, please. I have to give, she is girl, so I have to give feedback to her. But you gave her already. What do I do? It's not fair. You're a cheater. But
Nothing. Just be,
after
nothing. Just be busy with the chats.
that was very fine. But after all, unscripted, the way of your reading, the way of your explanation, that was very beautiful. That was very lovely. I just really very enjoyed that. But do you know what? In between some cute things, I was listening up. Like, okay, is she here?
Yeah, I'm listening you.
Okay. Some of the cute thing I was finding, like, in between you were fumbling little bit. That was very fine, but it was very cute for me. And it is in the front of knowledge, it is negotiable. So it doesn't matter. Everything was very beautiful and cute. Thank you very much, Unscripted, for taking part.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll try to improve those fumbles while speaking.
It's all right.
Yeah.
You know, it's all right. You know why Vasu said that it was very cute, because it landed her an opportunity so that she could correct you. So like nothing else, right?
Okay, are you pulling my legs? Okay, that's fine, but let me find some of the way to tease you. Okay, let me see. So moving forward, we have some more participants, but I think so they are not available here, like Iswaran, Priya, and Anam. They're not here, so it's better to wrap up the session because we are running out of time and
Yes.
it's been more than 30 minutes.
Yeah, more than no more. It's almost 33 minutes. Vasundhara, you're wrong
Yeah.
again.
Okay. Don't do that. You were late. I was like, how do I beat you? But that's fine. So do let me know, please. How is the session?
The session was very fine. I guess the energy that you had, it was almost very good. But I do have a complaint. Why didn't you invite me, or why didn't you just tell me like I was that you are going to host the session? Did you
Okay.
plan to do it by yourself?
No. Okay. After of the recording, I will let you know why do I didn't. Wait a while. So thank you everybody. We had a very beautiful and pleasant session and we enjoyed a lot.
Yeah, it was
Please.
super good. Yes, it was super good.
Yeah.
Hello.